it's time for the best coverage of high school football in the Valley. This is the Best Local Sports Show with Sports Director Blake Arthur, Sports Anchor Bailey Arredondo, and the News Channel 3 Sports Team.
Here we go, league standings and playoff positioning all on the line here in week number 9. Another Friday night of high school football featuring all 6 Desert Empire League teams trying to make a late run.
Plus, the DVL has a clear-cut leader in Coachella Valley. Mighty Arabs just keep getting mightier, but Indio is coming up right behind. Anything can happen on the field, but you know what's happening right now. It's week 9 of the high school football season on the Best Local Sports Show.
It's that Springs ball, baby. Yes, sir.
We love you guys. May the courts be with you.
You're watching high school football on the Best Local Sports Show.
How you get this?
You got to make a big play, man. You got to make a big play.
All season shadow, game of the week. Let's go.
You're watching high school football on the Best Local Sports Show. You know what it is.
I say it every week, but that's my favorite part of the show.
It really is so diverse. We get everyone involved. It's fun.
It's more than football. It's about the community. That's what we love about this show. Welcome into the Best Local Sports Show. Blake Arthur alongside Bailey Arredondo. And Bailey, just a few weeks left in the season. Here we are in week 9. Hard to believe we're already here in week 9, and we're starting to separate contenders from the pretenders. In fact, we saw that kind of firsthand. Palm Desert, Rancho, Mirage, our featured game of the week as voted on by you, the fans. We did not pick this game, voted on by the fans.
This isn't a duo. This is a trio with you at home. We love getting the fans involved and their input. Blake, I've learned 2 things. Well, I've learned a little bit more coming to the desert, but 2 things stand out. One, word travels fast out here. This is a small desert.
Oh, yeah.
All these teams know each other. All these players have a little bit of history. And the other, everybody wants to beat Palm Desert.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Next up to try and beat them, Rancho Mirage, at least try to beat them this season. Here we go. Aztecs coming into the snake pit in their road whites. Rattlers rocking the all grays, and a nice ode to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This was a much better game than people expected, Bailey. I mean, you got to credit Rancho Mirage, the defensive effort here. How about Miles Frazier? Essentially saves a touchdown. That is textbook defensive back work from Frazier. He said, no, not on my watch. More Rattlers defense. This secondary was solid. Abe Flores, right man, right spot. He picks off Brady Clemmer, and Flores, he's gone the other way. Nothing but green grass in the end zone in front of him. He takes it all the way to the house for the pick 6. I mean, you talk about a huge play for the Rattlers to give them some confidence and momentum. They're trying to win this game and get to 2-1 in league play. Hasn't been the best season for them overall, but anything can happen in league. But Palm Desert would respond. Methodical drive down the field. Dimitri Chester punches it in, and we're all tied at 7 in the snake pit, and PD would continue to move the ball and eat up clock. This was death by 1,000 paper cuts. Chester again for the late score, which gave them the lead. Rattlers gave it their best shot, but they came up short. Palm Desert wins it 14-7. Not the prettiest game, not the best highlight game here for TV, but hey, a win is a win is a win. Aztecs move to 2-1 in the DEL.
Good W, 1-0 each week. Next week, most important game of our life, right? Every single week, guys, find a way to win.
Yeah, they were tough. We came out expecting them to do a good job up front. Our offensive line did a great job up front. We did pretty good. Our offense has to be better. We'll bounce back next week.
They're not all pretty, but found a way to win. That's what we just got to do this year, man. Each week is a different week, and we had a tough week with practice. A lot of guys getting sick and stuff, but we were able to get through it. And kids showed up at the end and found a way in the 4th quarter, so I'm proud of them. It's a young team. We got 4 freshmen out there starting and a lot of sophomores, so each week is just finding a way to get the W. That's all that matters, going 1-0, so we got to do the same thing next week.
How we doing?
So Palm Desert, Bailey with the win, moves to 2-1 in league, while Rancho Mirage, falls to 1-2. But hey, it's not always going to be pretty. We have hiccups here with the show. Sometimes things don't go our way, but we gotta battle through.
Time doesn't stop.
It does not, and neither does the show. As we're moving on, Palm Springs undefeated in league, sole possession of first on the road against Shadow Hills, who lost last week to aforementioned Rancho Mirage. So this had the makings of a pretty good game.
A lot of parity in the DEL, rather, and it's tough what we've seen so far. Listen, Shadow, really hard to figure out, right? In week 1 of league play, 35-0 on the road, W at Xavier Prep. Last week, lost at home to Rancho. Palm Springs, they've looked the part. They're trying to win their first league title in 6 years.
Yeah, the Indians have looked the best so far in the DEL. Homecoming night at Shadow Hills.
Yeah, and they're going to have to get a win in the dungeon. Blake, you feeling the classics?
Not really. I'm not, but it's cool. I'm not trying to be a hater, but that's not my style.
Hey, I hear you. Yeah. I liked him. Just a beautiful facility at Shadow Hills. Beautiful night for some football. Springs, they get the ball first, and senior captain Francisco Yanez running the rock. Check out his face mask when you get a chance. Just has one of those built face masks. And now Shadow, what they're trying to do is do something that no one has been able to do at Palms in the DEL, is stop Javen Kapler, which they did on that play, but Javen Kapler answers right back. Touchdown to Kieran Michaels. That was first and goal. It was weak side, but a strong play from Michaels. Love the way he competes, but how about on the offense from Shadow? Quarterback Pedro Trujillo connects with Dominic Chaparro. Hey, showing some adversity, showing some diversity on offense. That was 4th down from Luis Martinez. He provided such a spark for Shadow. Gains the first down and allows Pedro Trujillo to punch it in. Hey, listen, he's just a sophomore, not knowing he was going to be the starting quarterback heading into this season, right, Blake?
Yeah, that's right. But hey, you got to step up.
He did, certainly. But it was a second half run from Palm Springs, which really separated themselves. 24-14 the final. Blake, when 10 escapes, what's going to happen?
Ooh, he's going to be special. He's fun to watch, man. And this Palm Springs team, they look like they could run the table in the DEL, kind of on a collision course for Palm Desert in the last week. So that's a nice win for the Indians on the road.
Yeah, 24-14, 3-0 in DEL now. Springs ball is nice ball.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch them play.
That wasn't really good English, but...
Springs ball, that's what they like to say.
It's nice ball.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
What do we got coming up?
Me too. Well, hey, coming up after the break, our final DEL matchup, La Quinta visits Xavier Prep. Both teams coming off losses last week in league.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see how that one turned out. Plus, it might be ready to move Coachella Valley to the Desert Empire League.
Right.
The Arabs are at it again, even with some new uniforms. Plus, Indio honoring a legend. We got the highlights, scores, and more. You're watching Week 9 of what, Bailey?
The best local sports show.
We just come out here and we try to support those who we've lost to breast cancer. We love it through football. Let's go.
You Block, baby, watching the best local sports show. You know what it is.
Watching high school football on the best local sports show.
You're watching high school football. Go Blackhawks! LQ, what? Blackhawks, what? LQ, what? Blackhawks, what? LQ, what? Blackhawks, what?
Hey, word on the street is they had a In-N-Out truck at XP tonight.
They did. I tried to get some, but you had to get a ticket and kind of go through it that way.
It was tough, complicated.
Yeah,
wasn't an easy slide in.
And I don't have much time on Friday night. Neither do you.
Right,
not to say you do, but
right. But a nice bite here and there.
Yeah,
Right, welcome back to the best local sports show. Bailey Redondo alongside Blake Arthur. Time for, you guessed it, La Quinta and Xavier Prep. And Blake, let's set the stage on this one. Blackhawks coming off a loss last week at Palm Springs. They had maybe the pinnacle of La Quinta football in a long time, winning the flag game.
Yep.
On the flip side, Xavier Prep, they're just looking to get right.
Yeah, Xavier Prep has not won a league game so far, but the Saints, they're searching. This is a must-win game for them at home, trying to avoid that dreaded 0-3 hole. Here come the Saints on homecoming night. The Saints go marching in, and injuries kind of been the story with them. As you see Kyle Hill there. I was talking to Dr. Diltz, actually, Bailey, big fan of the show, handles all the procedures for players in the Valley. He was telling me that he's done 3 knee surgeries for the Saints this season. And, it's hard to win in general. When you don't have your best players, it's even harder. So that may be the reason why we're not seeing Xavier Prep up to what we saw last year, 4-1 in league play and co-champs. Big third down there. Calvin Miller, the sack for La Quinta. He missed last week, and LQ missed having him. He's a difference maker. And La Quinta, they love running the football. They got 3 guys who can do it. Here's one of them, Isaiah Alvarado, one of the toughest kids in the Valley, totes it for a big gain. And then they got Aiden Insubiga Did we get his name right?
Nsubuka, baby.
Nsubuka.
Let's go.
He's a talented runner as well. Another huge game for the Blackhawks. Set up a score, and it's Nsubuka again, number 3 in white. And his mom, big fan of the show. She loves it. That's my kid. That's right. And then more Blackhawks. Tommy Ansley keeps it himself.
That's what he do.
He's part of that three-headed monster of the run game for LQ. Touchdown made it a 3-score game. Look, I was out there. I missed 2 LQ touchdowns that happened because of Xavier prep turnovers. So, hey, that's on me. I got to be better. You know,
game recognized game.
Take ownership. But the Blackhawks, they blow out the Saints 51-21 the final. La Quinta 2-1 in league while Xavier falls to 0-3.
Let's transition to the Desert Valley League, Cathedral City at Coachella Valley. Blake, how about the new colors?
I dig them. I
for
like
CV?
those.
You like those?
I like that. I always like when teams go all white or all black uniforms. I think it's just nice.
I just like something different. Shout out Miss Raquel. She does an excellent job with the athletic programs and getting all the jerseys fitted right for Coachella Valley. First play for CV, Aaron Ramirez takes it to the barn. Blake, forget one of the best sophomores in the desert. He's got to be one of the best players, period.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He's special.
Check this out. Arabs led this game 43-0 at halftime. Ramirez had 3 touchdowns in the first half, one on an 82-yard sprint. Now, our Wes Williams, who was out there in thermal, said Ramirez did get rolled up on, left the game with an ankle injury, some concern there. We touched base with Coach Johnson. We're hoping for the best for Ramirez, really one of the special players we've seen in a long time.
He's looking good, though, so, you know, he was balling before the injury. We hope he's okay.
Yeah, certainly before that Bell game end of the year against Indio. Listen, this was all CV, 64-0. Mighty Arabs, 5-0. In DVL. CC, not a bad record there in DVL. 2-3. They're looking to bounce back next week.
All right, how about Banning at Indio? NFL legend, Indio alum Ed White honored at the game. It's already Ed White Stadium, but now his jersey is retired forever as a Raja. Nice moment there. Oscar Lua also there with Ed White. What a great shot that is as Indio was at home against Banning. This is Elijah Gutierrez with the out, makes a nifty play here, and he would take this all the way to the house. I like Indio's red uniforms. I know we like talking uniforms and fashion on the show. And
yeah, we like colors.
Yeah, I dig the red unis with the red helmets. Kind of reminds me of what the Bears did with that orange and orange on Thursday. Kind of like that. Your thoughts?
Well, what did Dion say? You look good,
you play good, you feel good. That's Dominic Moran there, and then Christian Orozco would get in on the fun. They got Gutierrez, Jose Sepulveda. I mean, Moran, this team is solid, and they get another shutout. Indio blanks Banning 34-0. Hey, Coach Zero loves the zeros, those donuts. Rajas are 4-1 in the DVL. Don't sleep on Indio now. 4-1 in the DVL. The Bell game is looming. That could be a huge game. It's always a great rivalry, so do not sleep on the Rajas. Them and the Arabs will meet later in the season and could determine the league champion. All right, coming up, more highlights and scores from this week. Plus, Bailey, what do we got?
We got our fan favorites, our Plays of the Week nominees. Find out which 3 plays make the top spot. You're watching high school football on the Best Local Sports Show.
Best local sports show in the desert. E&E Pell's Italian Ices, 40 years here in the Valley. Watching the best local sports show in the Valley. Channel 3, KESQ.
Those will be good. Really good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Look nice.
It's time for some dessert, right?
Yeah, I think so. Welcome back, Bailey, Blake. How about a little dessert before we go?
Yeah.
BAs with the top plays.
Let's do it, Bailey. It's simple. We pick the 3 nominees. Fans at home, vote for the winner. Aaron Ramirez, couple dazzling runs in CV's win. Sophomore star, a staple on the show. That's nominee number 1, Aaron Ramirez of CV.
Number 2, stop me if you heard this before. Javen Kapler, Palm Springs, huge touchdown run before the half. Calm down, Cap. Ice them feet. Springs wins at Shadow.
He's nice, no cap. And last but not least, number 3, Abe Flores, the pick 6 for Rancho Mirage. Be sure to vote for your favorite play on our website over the weekend. The winning play will be announced on Monday. Congrats to all 3 nominees, but now up to you to vote for which one you think should be the best. That is it for this week's edition of the Best Local Sports Show. Before we go, do want to mention postseason baseball, NLDS.
Big one.
Padres won 2-1 over the Dodgers, taking Game 3. So Game 4 now Saturday in San Diego. Bailey, you'll have the coverage.
Please join us on Saturday.
All right. Well, this was fun. Week 9 of high school football. He's Bailey Arredondo. I'm Blake Arthur. BA's out.
We got you.
News Channel 3 is now available on any of these streaming services and on KESQ.com.